What's up, gang? Welcome. Today, I am so excited to keep this conversation going, really, about community. Today, we are going to take it a little bit further. We're going to talk about your inner circle. And what this means is we kind of talked in our last video about slightly broader communities. So thinking about like maybe my gym community, my studio community, maybe my actual community. You can kind of start from within and work your way out. We worked backwards. So big community, the whole world, right, is part of your community. And then maybe there's organizations that you're a part of, maybe your job, mine are coming in and in here, maybe your job, maybe your friend group, your family. So this particular topic for today, which is boundaries, applies to all of those communities. But I think today we're going to look at it in a little bit more of a micro view, for lack of a better term. And we're going to be talking about that inner circle, which are the people that you surround yourself most with in your day. And the reason why I want to talk about this is because for some folks, this is close friends, actual blood relatives, or chosen family. It may be coworkers. There may be other close-knit people that you're involved with. And I want you to think on like a daily basis. This is your inner circle, the people that you interact with on a daily basis. Now ask yourself, take out your notebook right now and write down who they are. And you may have heard this phrase before, that you are the sum of the 5 people you interact the most with or who are closest to you. Now, I don't fully believe that you are the sum of those people. I think we interact with a lot of people. So there's a lot of influences on our identity, on our behavior. But these people probably do have a big impact in how we live our lives. So ask yourself, write down the top 5 people right now and ask yourself, are these people lifting you up? I hope so. Or are they pulling you down? And this can be a difficult conversation to have with yourself, because you may be thinking there are people in your life that you cannot change their behavior, one, or the amount of time you spend with them. And I feel you so much on this. And this was a sticking point for me personally for so many years, thinking I need to change other people's behavior, which, my friends, that way lies madness. The only person that I can change or that I truly have control over is myself, right? And because of that, especially if this is, an adult, maybe you have a child that's around you and the story might be a little bit different, but you think, I can't change them. They are the way they are. All right. Or maybe I can't change the amount of time I spend around this person because for any reason, right? Maybe you're a caregiver, maybe who knows? Who knows? We all have things. They're a coworker, right? Like I can't not spend time around them because I need to make a living. But think again, if you are really here to do what you say you are here to do, this is where the hard part comes in, then it's time to set some boundaries. Boundaries are actually good for relationships in your inner circle. And maybe you have a mom who has nothing positive to say about your healthy lifestyle changes. Sorry, I'm not trying to pick on moms, but it could be anybody, right? Maybe it's dads, maybe it's an uncle, or a spouse who insists that you're perfect just the way you are, and they don't want you to change. But you want to make change. And you have to remember that it is about you. Or maybe you have a coworker who seems to be sabotaging you. We're those outer saboteurs. We've talked about the inner a little bit, but now we're thinking about the outer saboteurs by dropping off donuts at your desk every morning. You have to remember it's not about them. It is, if you want to make change, you need to create it for yourself. And remember that when we're starting to make change in ourselves, we can hold up an unintentional mirror on other people. And it's not that we're trying to do that, but when our folks that are in our inner circle see us making change, they might start to question themselves. That's where the naysaying, the sabotage, and the doubt creeps in. We cannot force change upon those we love or those who are around us a lot. We may want it for them, but they have to come to it in their own space and time. So there is one thing you can do, and that is to set clear and healthy boundaries. You can look at this in a lot of different ways, depending on the relationship and the need. But let's go back to the negative mom who has nothing good to say about your journey. You may consider flipping the script on her and asking her if she'd like to be your accountability partner, or make it clear that you love her, but it would be so helpful if she refrained from making any comments about your nutrition choices. This is how you can build a support team for yourself. You will no longer say, I will no longer invite you over, if you can not refrain from saying negative things about the foods that I'm choosing to eat, for example. The spouse, your spouse, right? We're going back to the spouse who doesn't want you to change. They may be a great opportunity to help you build a support team because they love you the way you are. Yes, that's what we want, right? Tell them you appreciate their overwhelming support that exists no matter what, and share your goals with them. Share your why. Ask them to help, to be a part of it if they'd like. The coworker may have no idea what they're doing. It might be worth asking them to just drop off the donuts for whatever reason makes sense to you, or to not drop them off. Don't drop them off. Just say, hey, could you please not do that? If this is their way of showing love, which some folks, right? That's what they do, and that's okay. Say, hey, Karen, I love your daily food gifts, but I'd really appreciate an orange or a protein bar or a protein donut. And in fact, I'll actually take the donut on Thursday, if you don't mind. This is about asking for what you need. This is all situational and relationally unique. But you know your relationships and the people you love, and only you get to choose how you spend your time or how you navigate these boundaries. And it can be unique to each relationship that you have. So you really have to think about, what do I need to say here? What do I need to limit my time? Do I need to try to recruit them to get them on my team? Do I need to make them a part of my accountability team? For some folks that are really there for you, they would love to show up for you in that way. So you have to decide. Today, I want you to tell me one way you will have a hard clarity conversation with kindness with somebody in your inner circle, or one way that you will set a needed kind boundary today around your new health and wellness and fitness practices. I can't wait to hear your ideas.